So this is the perfect moment to start a video. A little black cat is just underneath my chair chilling. So yeah, let's honor the energy of the cat goddess. Cat goddess is Bastet, right? We know that. Bastet from ancient Kemet. You know, this is always with me. And people look at it, right? I'm here in Brazil and people look at it. But very few are intrigued to the point where they ask me what it is. I think it's quite intimidating because when people ask me, it's like, I don't know, as if I'm carrying like a gun or something. And I actually got a selfie stick. And everybody look at my pockets because I got a selfie stick and it actually look like a gun, right? And everybody, well, many people just look at it, made a strange face. No with the ink, not that strange face, but you know, they're curious about it, right? So yeah, and I always carry it with me here. I don't know why. For some reason, I always carry it with me here in Brazil. Even last year when I came here, I always carried. In Milan, less. That's interesting though. That's probably because subconsciously I want to get out with the ink here and spark the curiosity of the people here, of the indigenous people here, and consequently I can speak about it. But in Italy, it's just we got a way more or less, yeah, a way more or less demography of indigenous people, as in, you know, brown people. So I'm less encouraged to do that, but I still do that. I still do that too in Milan, but here is better. But yeah, this is a very random video, you know. I mean, at a place where it's known. There's a place where you can eat a good moqueca, which is the national dish. Last year I made actually a video about it, moqueca, and of this that's a restaurant of this lady called Donna Susana. I'm not here now, but I'm gonna go there in a minute. This restaurant of Donna Susana, she's actually have a Netflix, I think, episode, right? A Netflix episode, and her food is supposed to be very good. Her moqueca is supposed to be very good, and I really hope so because it's the dish that I mostly enjoyed here. It's a dish that I like. But yeah, overall, this is a good place, and definitely if you are into music, you know, this is a good place to be because rhythm is in this city. You know, all drums, plates, all the different instruments that they play with in every corner in the city center. As I've shown you the other time, where they were doing samba and capoeira. They were doing actually capoeira first, but I started to do the video as soon as they finished capoeira. You can see a guy like rotating, he was doing capoeira. But then the samba started. But yeah, it's beautiful when they do that, and the vibe is it's a good when they do that. And I especially enjoy watching the children do that, like, you know, like when I see children doing that, it's like, you know, my heart melts, to be honest with you. My heart melts. You know, one thing that caught me is, for example, when young girls they see each other. For example, if they are from the same group, not only if they are from the same group of capoeira, but they meet each other. They probably didn't see each other for maybe a week. I don't know. I didn't ask, but they're so affectionate towards one another. They say, "Hey, hi," and they start hugging each other like that. You know, I really like to see that. You know, that how can I say that love in the air. You know, that spontaneous demonstrations of affection, and from the children. Like, I love children. I'm not gonna lie. I love children in my true, very Cancerian style, I guess. And yeah, they're just lovable. You know, they're just lovable. And yeah, as I was saying yesterday to somebody, that's a shame that, you know, I can't even express the affection that I have for children. For example, when I see them, like, I just naturally want to hug them, and it's not, I swear to God, I'm just like that. But we're living in a world where you can be easily misunderstood, especially considering what's going on and the latest news that you know had inundated the web, whatever. But yeah, anyway, that being said as in said, yeah, this is a good place. There's a good sun today. you know you see a few boats here. You can have I actually forgot my swimmer, bloody hell. Had to buy one here. And yeah, I had to, because I have to jump in the sea. I cannot stay. I'm a fish, man. I'm a fish. As they told me, in a beach where I go, close to where I'm staying, they tell me, you turn into a fish, man, because I stay in the water. I jump in the water and I stay in the water. I don't like to stay on the beach drinking caipirinhas. I have an adverse. I don't like to drink. Like, I used to like to drink, even get drunk, to be honest. When you're in the bar, I like the feeling and everything. To this day as well, but it's much harsh on the body. It's like, the way they do the drinks here, by the way, it's like one caipirinha. I ordered one caipirinha the other time on the beach, right? I said, yeah, why not? I'm gonna have a caipirinha. The first, yeah, and I've been here for 20 days now. I ordered my first caipirinha on the beach, and I was sitting. I turned my head to see what the guy was doing with the caipirinha. I was shocked. I'm used to like, for example, bartenders in London. They just measure it. They just give you this much. I saw this guy. It was kind of the end of the bottle. He did this. Boom, 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 boom. Crazy stuff. I think 2-3 caipirinha it's enough. But yeah, with a little bit of sugar. I don't like sugar, to be honest. I don't want these unnatural sugars. But I ask a little bit of sugar. I cannot tell you the amount of sugar that they put in there. Like, that's crazy. You don't even feel the alcohol. That's the thing, because it's so sweet, you think it's nothing. The same thing that they say about our national drink, mies. They say it's very sugary because it has honey. It's beautiful, but then it cuts your legs. But yeah, one caipirinha, I didn't feel it that much, to be honest, because I drank it in probably 40 minutes or something. yeah, better not to drink, to be honest. But yeah, have an audience that are looking at me from a restaurant up there. Hi. And yeah, I'm basically talking about nothing in this video, but random talk. Why the screen is blackened now? No. What's happening? Okay, now it's good. But yeah, better listen. Are they fighting here or what? Better to drink this, man. Shit, I finished it. Better to drink coconut water, agua de coco, which, to be honest with you, is not even that tasty. It's like water. It doesn't have that much of a taste, but it's good. It's good for the body. It's a good beverage. So and at least here the fruit is natural. And I have to go into a place where a grocery store. I have to go to a grocery store to show you the fruit that they have in here, right? Because it's definitely much more natural. Then I've been told there's Monsanto as well here, but here it's definitely much more natural. And yeah, overall, things are better here. Definitely better here. You got sunlight, you got the sea. You got your coconut water, you got your good fruits, good people in general. The vibe is cool, The people here in Bahia are very calm, slow pace, which is understandable. Wherever you have heat, the pace is it's very slow, quiet. Yes, they like to party, they like music, and overall it's difficult to find somebody that has a frown until I arrived. No, I'm joking. It's difficult to find somebody that has a frown. I said it, and there's a kid that is passing by and he's looking at me strange. Yeah, that's crazy, man. But yeah, in general, no, it's because the sunlight was here in his face, to be honest. It's not because he had problems with me. But yeah, it's difficult to find somebody that it's upset or something, which is unusual for me because where I'm from is like, people are kind of stressed, right? But here it's cool, and yeah, the men are very, they respect you. They say hi, bom dia, boa tarde, whatever, boa noite, things like that. So it's very respectful here, greeting people. And the women as well, they're very, very sweet, man. The women are very sweet, so yeah. They just get you like that, to be honest. They don't have to be pretty or something. They're just very sweet. Like, for example, the girl that works in cafe, restaurant, they're very polite. And if you give them good energy, a good smile goes a long way here. You won't be misinterpreted unless you have certain intentions, but compared to other parts of the world where you cannot probably smile to girls and be nice and talk to them, for the sake of, for example, learning the language or interact with the people, with the locals here. So here is good, and it's quite unusual for me because I'm used to have doors shut, to be honest. When you talk to girls in Milano, in general, yeah, I'm not talking necessarily about trying with a girl, for example. I'm talking in general. Like, I see that there's a certain closeness, and me as well. I'm the first one to be like shut, like, and I'm shy. I know what people see me, perceiving me. I've been told many times, like, when I shut. I am hermetic, for real. I'm room hermetic. Sipario is closing. Sipario English? Sipario. I don't know. That's Italian word anyway. But yeah. So that was just a little, how can I call it, introduction to Bahia and their people. And yeah, this is the view. It's beautiful from here. It doesn't give it justice, to be honest with you. Yeah, you gotta be here to see it. But yeah, you gotta come to Bahia. Like, this is I don't want to call it the Afro capital. It's the indigenous capital of Brazil. I don't think it's fair to call it the Afro and necessarily associated with Africa, But yeah, there's no way you can tell these people here to somehow detach, not in a bad way, from Africa. Detach in a sense that, they are the indigenous people that were here before the conquistadors. They don't want to hear it. Even though they talk to you about history, even though they talk to you about, resistance and how the Portuguese came here, and even if they have this disdain towards the Portuguese, like, I don't know, here, I don't know what's the percentage of people that they know that the indigenous people here, the brown people, the copper colored people, they were the ones that were here, indigenous, autochthonous to this land. Like, it's very low. It's very low. So there's definitely not like a strong awakening, perhaps like in other places, like in America, which is the leading force when it comes to awakening and knowledge, wisdom worldwide. But yeah, here is different. Here is different. Yeah, the time I was at the museum and I spoke to this lady. She had like an ankh tattoo here and other hieroglyphs. She was with her husband. I believe it was her husband. So we were talking, and of course I was curious because, and I was carrying the ankh. So they acknowledged me because they saw me with the ankh, right? So, and she told me that Kemet is the word of the year here in Brazil. I said, wow, I didn't expect that. And if it's so, I'm glad it's like this. But of course, it's just in so-called conscious circles because the average person don't know about Kemet, as in Kemet, the worldwide system, the one that gave us pyramids, knowledge, wisdom, or however you want to call it, Atlantis, ancient civilizations. So she told me Kemet is the word of the year. Like, yo, I'm glad that I came here in time, and be part of it. To be honest, in a sense, be part of this awakening. Maybe one day I can tell, when the people of Brazil, got back to their true origin. I was glad that somebody in the Afro-Brazilian Museum told me that Kemet is the word of the year, and she had tattoo an ankh. And in a sense, I'm the ankh man. You saw in the Eritrean alphabet, the son of Tot, it's an ankh. So I'm about that. I'm a real one. I'm an ancient one. That's how it is. Call it grid worker, whatever you want to call it, but yeah, our energy is different, man. If you're listening perhaps to this point, you know that our energy is different. Might be 4, 5, 6, 7 of you listening, and out of the 7 of you, maybe just 3 metabolizing truly what I'm saying, knowing what I'm saying, right? Being what I'm saying, being what I am, what we are. I am because we are. That's it, that's all. From Brazil, Bahia, primeira capital do Brasil. Okay.